Hey everybody, we have another piece of cherry, a good sized piece. I'm going to grind down that center part there, I'm going to call it the top, just so I can fit a woodworm screw on it and try to level it out as best I can. And I'm going to get ready and see what this thing can do. Should have turned that on earlier. Knowing my luck, it'll be too wide. Yep, we're going to have to bring it down, so I'll do that and recut this. And here we go. Piece of cherry. It's still a little bit oblong. It's a little off. It wobbles the whole machine. I'm going to try to round it off the best I can. That bandsaw there in the background's not the best. So until I can get a new one, I'm going to have to do it this way. I do not ever recommend working the lathe like this. Okay, now we're back for the final take. Starting off on this piece of cherry that's was very unbalanced till to now. Unbalanced until now. So now I can continue with recording. Try to keep that. I can't because of that. Oh, it'll be smaller, but we'll be able to make it work. Just get it round first. It's gonna be a big one, hopefully. If I can keep some of this top, that's what I want to do. pith there, and the other pith is right there. Other side's right there. Fill these cracks. I'll have to come back in another time. Someone gave me a tip before to use polyurethane before you use the CA. Less staining, so I'm gonna try it. Alright, let's see what happens. Today's been a dropsy day, it looks like. What to do for a shape? Some of this was able to take all of it in, but that big one, I'm going to need more. I'm going to go ahead and get this tenon put on, and then I'm going to have to stop for the day. Finally, I was able to do that. Maybe I will do a little bit more. Now it's below the pith, and I can bring that in some more and lift that out. We shall see. I'm going to have to go over this whole thing again. I didn't get a perfect true on it, so I got to true it up. Just came up with an idea. Yeah. Try that. Got an idea. Let's see if we can make a box. You know, just separate these two pieces here. This will be the top, this will be the base. If I can do it, I'll do it. And I kind of like this up here if I can get this flattened out a little bit. And then we'll have a stem for the top. Yeah, we'll work that. If it works, it works. If not, we'll figure it out. Yeah, this is going to work. I have a good feeling. Let's see if this thing will help. If this thing will work or not. Oh yeah. Dropsies today. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll make this a top, but flatten that out, fix this rim, and we'll come back. Whew! At least this one can be adjusted. Alright, let me get this finished up. I'm going to do some sanding on the outside, seal it on the outside before it starts to dry and crack a little bit more, because here's the pith. Matter of fact, I am going to take a little bit lower. We're back. We've got some sanding to do, so let's kick it. We are now working on the inside of the bowl or box, whatever we can get it to turn into, or whatever it tells me it wants. So let's get into it. I do have the heat on, so it's one of those turbo things. It's probably what you're hearing. Well, that was a good slice out of that one. Good thing I need to work that one anyway. Just work the sides. take it back a little bit more. I'm going to try to get the inside straight here, but kind of like curve in to follow the wall. I don't know if it'll be good or not, but I'm kind of wanting to do it. It's got the slight curve in now. I just got to level out the bottom a little bit more. I didn't want to mess up the camera, but I think that light's a little bit better there. Get this bottom taken care of a little more. Let's see if one of my homemade tools is ready. Alright, those tool marks are good enough I can sand out. I think that's going to be nice. So, I'll get everything set up for sanding and we'll be back. Time for sanding. I got the dust collector on. We're ready to roll. Time for some denatured alcohol, and then let it spin and let it dry, and then we're going to move into some sanding sealer for the inside and outside. They say to use denatured alcohol after you're finished sanding and prior to putting on your sealers and things to that nature, because no matter how good you think you've got it wiped off, there's going to be some leftover dust. And I've noticed that in the past couple things that I've made. I went sanding. I started at 60 and went up to 800. I took 1,000 on the inside, but with sanding sealer going on, it still will be smooth. And I'm going to hit the sanding sealer with a little bit of sanding as well, probably 1,000 or so, before I start putting on the polyurethane. I've got the top on there right now on the lathe. The bowl's still drying a little bit from the sanding sealer. I'm going to flatten out the bottom of this bowl. I'm not going to do anything to the top. I mean, flatten out the bottom of the top. I'm not going to do anything to the top of the top, because right now it's not sitting 100% the way I want it to. So it's going to have a little wobble. I at least want to flatten it out right now. I'm just going to keep it, make it re-round it off. I've got room to play with. If not, we'll find out. I went ahead and sanded the entire top down. It's time to go ahead and put some sanding sealer on it, so we'll go ahead and knock that out. And by that time, we should be able to connect the two and finish up the very top. Well, we got to use some denatured alcohol first to get the rest of that dust off. Still got to work this part here, but I can do hand sanding on it. I want to get this outside done and the bottom done. We'll come back to this last. About 1/8 of an inch off, but it sits on there nice. Yeah, it sure does. I'm going to finish up the very, very top of this, clean it up a little bit, and get ready to put a, you know, the little stem on top of it so you can pull it off. I've got a small piece of chestnut oak. It is a little bit darker than the cherry, so it may make it may have that contrast that I'm looking for. Worst case scenario, I darken it up a little bit by using a heating source, a torch or something. I do like to go by turn and burn sometimes, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to do some measurements and sharpen up. I've got a sharp tool now and measurements taken, so we should be good now. Okay, that's still fine. I'm stopping right here anyway, right there at that corner. Gotta be a little more careful. I finished off the stem, and this is about what we got with it.